So 2 Sundays ago, I got up and I said, I need you to start praying. You got to start praying for a building. Got to spend this week praying for a building. Because you see, for a year, we've been looking for a building. We had formed a team, but man, it just wasn't happening. We thought we were getting close on this building like 2 months ago, and then it didn't happen. And then 2 Sundays ago, I was like, you got to start praying because our time here at Green Mountain, they've let us know, is limited. So I said, please pray. So I told you on a Sunday, pray. And 2 days later, at Tuesday, that same building that we had almost got in January became available again. 2 days after I asked you to start praying. And then God let us go under contract just that Friday. And so last Sunday I told you, hey, we're under contract. This is awesome. God answered the prayer. Did exactly what I asked you to pray for. We all prayed. God answered. We prayed for a building. God let us go under contract on that very week. So last Sunday I asked you, the next obstacle is that we would get a loan. That the lender would come through. It's really hard for non-denominational churches to get loans on buildings. And I'm not sure if you know this. If you've looked for a house or whatever in the Denver area, they don't give away buildings. They just don't. It's expensive around here, right? And so this had to come through on the loan for us to get the building. So last Sunday I told you, it'll take a couple weeks, they're telling us, but we've got to pray because that's the next obstacle is getting approved on this loan. And then last Friday, 2 days ago, we got approved on the loan. Yeah, just 2 days ago, Friday morning. Some of us were at the building. It was awesome. We got approved. So, if you're paying attention, recap, asked you to pray for a building 2 Sundays ago. 2 days later, God answers, starts putting everything in motion for us to get this building. Last Sunday, I asked you to start praying for this loan to come through. We didn't think it'd even come through if it did until this next week. And instead, God answered early on this last Friday. So what do you think we should keep doing? Praying. Right? So some of the next obstacles are, getting in there, getting everything set. And then one of the big next obstacles is fundraising and all that. But you know what? God is answering our prayers and he is moving for our church and in our church. And he's going to keep doing it. Amen? And so we're going to keep praying. We prayed for a building. We got it. We prayed for a loan. We got it. Now we're going to pray for fundraising. We're going to pray for God getting us in there. And God's going to do it. I believe with all my heart. Okay? So, be praying. But also, I've got to warn you, don't come here in 2 weeks. We won't be here anymore. Okay? We're moving in the building, the new building on April 2nd. We'll be sending out details. We'll still be meeting at 10 a.m. like we normally do. We'll be meeting at 1545 Tabor Street, which don't worry, you're not going to remember it anyway. I'll send you an email this week with the address. Don't come here in 2 weeks. Go to the new building. We'll be meeting there. It's got an awesome kids area. We're so pumped up to get into it. And if you see anybody midweek that wasn't here this morning, tell them, don't come in 2 weeks to Green Mountain High School. We're moving on. We are going to be in our very new building that God has been providing for us. So, April 2nd, see us there at the new building. All right? Yeah. There you go, gang.